All right, so the journey to fix Cavalier is continuing. This is going to be part 3. I'm just going to go put part 1, part 2, part 3, because the other video I'm going to upload later, but it's the same day. Same day as the other video I recorded.
And then come up with other ways to...
I'm sorry, Delilah. No, thank you. I'm at O'Reilly's right now, and I got the battery tested. I took it with me after work, and I brought it here. And the battery tester said like 1 second left. It got the battery all the way up to full charge, and then went to test it, and it said it just restarted entirely. So they were like, we don't know what's wrong with it. It's probably internal issue with the battery. It's okay though, because warranty covered this one. So we got a whole new battery down there. I'm gonna go throw it in the Cavalier, and if that works, we'll do a before and after test of the headlights. So before, with the ones I just put in the part 1 video, and part 3 video, which is this one, will have the LEDs. Although it is very, very, very foggy. Hasn't been this foggy for a while. Look at that. Look how dirty my window is. Yeah, O'Reilly Auto Parts. Yeah, so very foggy out. I'll do my best to give you a before picture. Maybe I can have one. I might have one in my photos, but I don't think I do. So yeah, head home, test it, or make sure it works, test it, and then start on the headlights. So it's fun, I guess. Because I was like, oh, it's cool to show you, but that won't. I'll tell you about it later in the video if I remember to say something. But it'll be a whole episode by itself because I don't know how to do this, and it's like something I've never done before, and I'm excited. It's gonna be awesome. So yeah. Then in like 3 seconds it'll cut to me with the Cavalier. So yeah, thanks for watching this far. I appreciate you watching this because it's always been my dream since I was like in middle school to actually have this channel, like do something cool, which is why like I have so many old videos you go through and watch them all. It's like, wow, this is a child and now he's an adult and he's like still trying but like actually trying now. I'm trying to make content here and there on things I think will be interesting. And the whole debacle of the battery is kind of weird. They were like, yeah, it's either the battery or a short in the car. And I was like, it better not be a freaking short. So it's like, I appreciate anybody watching these videos just because it's like, the other video is like, I think less than 20 views, but it still is above 10. It's like, wow, that many people took the time out of their day to come watch this. That's pretty neat. So, appreciate that. Yeah, anyways, cut to the Cavalier next. All right, we are back with Cam. The Cavalier is its name. I don't know if I ever told you that, but its name is Cam. I realized I forgot to put the intake tube back on after I took the battery out this morning. So we'll leave that right there where it can just get a bunch of water in it. Let's grab our battery. I'll take it aside, have some dinner first. Open our door. And here he is right there. All right, so. Hi, Daisy. Puppy dog. We had them test the old battery the new old battery. Old, new? I don't know. The battery that was in there. The tester said it was fully charged, and then the tester went to test the battery, and then it was like, yeah, the battery's dead, so we need to charge it. So, they warranted it, got another one. So it's 1 month older, but I honestly don't care. Doesn't bother me. We just gotta get back in the car and get to work. So let's do this. There's no battery, no intake tube. Pull our latch. I don't know if you noticed or did I ever show you, but yeah. Oh yeah, I did show you. It's super foggy outside. Look at that street light. So yeah. Put our keys right here on the Honda. And get to work, I guess. And I will be doing the headlights tonight as well. So yeah, here we are. I'm gonna throw in that battery real quick. I don't think you really need to see it. It's nothing special. I'll explain it to you in about 5 seconds. You put it in, you take the extra caps off, you tighten your terminals, call it a day. You can put anti-seize. Well, no, hold on. That weird don't degrade stuff. I can't remember what it's called, but mine's blue. It's sticky. You put it on there to keep it from corroding, or you don't have to. It's really a personal choice to make it do that or not. It's up to you. So anyways, I'm going to throw that in there, put the intake tube back on, see where we're at, see if I need to charge it anymore or not, and go from there. All right, got the battery in. I'm not gonna put the intake tube on in case this doesn't work. Let's just see what it does, huh? Might as well just wait and see. Oh, the light's on. I don't know if you can tell, but all right. Clutch in. Neutral, same thing. Lights, woo. And then it fires right up. Of course it did. Awesome. Well, I don't know. Should I let it run or put the intake tube back on? I've got a battery charger. Shut up. Oh, here's a neat little trick. Oh, for GM. I don't know if they all do this, but mine does. Hit the key, pop out just a little bit. Boop. Stops it dinging while you're working on the car. Awesome. Okay, so that's good. Let's throw the intake tube back on. Next, we'll dig into the headlights. I'll pull the car out in the street, just get a good picture. Show you the video, put it back here, put the new headlights in, and show you all the super neat, amazingness of the last fit LEDs. Alright, so here we are. We'll put you right here. Somebody has to hold it still. No headlights. And then here's our brights. See? It's kind of hard to tell how bright these are because of the fog, but yeah. They shine clear out to about there. I've lined my vision from my driver's seat up to the side of my brother's car, right there. Just gonna pull it straight back into the driveway, swap out the headlights, and put it right back in the same spot. And to make sure it's the same spot, we'll even do this, alright? We'll take my handy dandy work boots and draw a line. Oh, that's a great line. Let's look at this. There we go. Sort of where the license plate should be, the nose of the car should not be in front of this line right here. Awesome. Now we've got our marker. It's a really good line, trust me. We'll go swap out those headlights. They are brighter than the ones that I took out of them in part 1. But I wanted LEDs and they were not LEDs, if you couldn't tell. And I know it looks so decent on camera, but they're not actually that bright in person. They look a little bit brighter than they actually are. They're more about like that. That looks more accurate in person to me. All the lighting does. So yeah, what's the issue I'm having is that it's kind of hard to see when I'm like going faster. I aim out just a little bit more, and second, we're gonna obviously put LEDs in. And the other issue that I had is just this: I was driving back from Rexburg, Idaho, and I just couldn't really see well on the road, even with these new lights in. So yeah, we're gonna just swap those out real quick. Alright, let's test this thing, huh? I got one light hooked up and it's ready. There's the other headlight. Here's this one. Let's just do this guy. Whoa! Bright! Says that compared to this. Right? Dang, hold on. Alright, there's that headlight. Next to that headlight. See the difference there? Let's lower this door. Obviously the height's gonna be different because the headlight isn't actually installed, but like that's much brighter than this. It has a bigger spotlight than this does too. So that's pretty awesome. Let's see the brights then, huh? Oh, they just push it up more upwards. Okay. The other ones actually get brighter. These ones just aim higher. Okay, cool. Cool. I wonder if the rotation of the bulb has anything to do with the position of the light on the road. Ooh, a little bit. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. All I'm doing is spinning the bulb in the housing. And that's what's changing. Oh, kind of weird. Okay, so there's the thing I'm finding here. This little collar is supposed to go around the back of it and screw on and tighten it in, but it's not big enough to fit around the giant chunk. See the little things that the collar bites onto right where my finger is at? Can't fit around this metal sleeve, so I may end up trying to force it, and you could break something doing that because it's old brittle plastic. So I'm gonna figure out a solution for me and see if I can get this to work for myself, and if I can, I'll let you know how I did it. All right, so here is what last fit did not account for when you're installing these headlights. Take off your cover. Your headlight sticks out about this far, and your connector plugs right into it. And it's pretty chill, pretty easy, pretty simple concept. Take off this cover. It sticks out roughly the same amount, but they move the connector to a separate cable instead of plugging into the back of the light, because the back of the light actually has a fan on it to cool it down, because these LEDs do get kind of hot. So this cup no longer fits over top of this, and the whole design of this is that this is the wiring harness, right? This is the wires to the headlight. It connects here. It has this wiring harness that runs to the inside of the light to push the wires through the inside, so that when you put this cup on top, it's totally sealed. Pretty neat idea, I think, because then you've also got your blinker and then your running lights, I believe. So like all the wires aren't like everywhere; they're just sealed, they're hidden. Somebody replaced these by soldering new connector to it. But with this style, you can't actually fit this over top. Like, it just doesn't fit. Like, you can get one little hook in, and that's about it. And that's if it's in the right position. So I'm just wondering, do I just run without this cover? That might be one of the downsides to these LED swaps, is you might just have to run with no cover on top of this and just deal with it. Like, the whole point of this design was to keep all the wires hidden and covered, besides the main wiring harness points, So I might just do that. I might look into, maybe there's like a longer one of these you can buy to cover more distance. But that's the main drawback of this, is that it doesn't quite fit. Now for the collar, the sleeve, you'll see that they actually have these little teeth that press against the back of the light to keep it in. And I just ended up filing down with a plastic, or like a metal file, filing down the length of the teeth so they would fit over the back housing of this LED bulb on two of them, and not the third set, because the third set would just kind of bend around it. So it still stays tight, it keeps the headlight in there, and it can spin only if you really force it to be spinning. Like, it won't spin freely, it won't move around on its own. So that's your main drawback of these. But the pros of the brighter lights might just outweigh the con of this. It's really up to you. If you're in a warmer climate, it may not be an issue, but in case you hadn't noticed, it's horrendously foggy, snowy, and that road is basically just a sheet of ice this morning. I mean, my brother, his four-wheel drive truck, he tried to do a little U-turn here to go park over there, and he got stuck. Like, he couldn't move because the ice is just so thick and slippery. So, oh, by the way, this little stuff in the front of the camera is actually the fog. It's not me. It's my breathing's like this. See, it's like, oh, okay. See, that's how foggy it is outside right now. Maybe if I turn off my flash, that's better. But yeah, so that's your main drawback between this. I might just leave it for now, and I'll do some research and see if it is bad to leave this uncovered. And if not, just whatever, I'll just take this and throw it away. But just know, if you're going to go for the last fits, that's your main drawback, is you cannot fit that cover on top, and you've got to file down the teeth on that collar. But other than that, so far, it's been really easy. The same exact connector, like, it fits in the housing. It works. I showed you a minute ago, or 4 minutes ago right now. But, yeah, so I'm going to put this one in. I'll just file down. I think I'll just leave those hanging for now. And if it really becomes an issue, I will look into different ways to cover them. And I'll maybe look into seeing if there's longer versions of that cover on the back. But for now, let's get the other side plugged in and attached, We'll put the headlights back in. We'll leave those covers out for now. And if you have any idea to fix that, let me know in the comments. Leave me a comment saying what you think that could solve that issue. The reason it's just so not working is because you have to stack this on top of this. And you can see it's not that deep. So that's why. But yeah, so that's our main drawback. Like I said, 5 times now. File it down. Not enough cup room, but we'll do our headlight test in just a few minutes here. So here's our top trim. We can just leave that. Here's our headlights both installed. Got the LEDs in there. Screw it. Let's just leave the hood up for now. Let's hop in, kick them on. Boop. Dang, son. I'm gonna raise them up to just the top of the projection, right here-ish. It's gonna be just level with this. I don't know how much more room it's gonna push it out in terms of projection, but yeah. And to adjust that on these types of headlights, it's actually gonna be this little guy right here. You can take an Allen wrench and you spin it clockwise or counterclockwise to move it up or down. So yeah, let's do that real quick. Make sure the car's not dead. Oh, we're good. Cavalier just doesn't stop. It's too good. So this will be noisy. I'm not gonna put music over it because I don't know how to do that. I'm literally filming on a smartphone. I film on a smartphone, edit it all together, and put it on YouTube. That's it. So it's gonna be noisy. Sorry. Okay. Let's grab our Allen wrenches. We'll go with a millimeter step first. Let's check this one. No, not the 5. Probably the 6 millimeter. Oh, light on, huh? Ooh, I just noticed something. I forgot. I was working on a friend's motorcycle for a little while, and then I had stopped for a week or 2 and left these outside, and they got all rusty. Let's see, 6 millimeter to adjust your headlights. Let's put our door back down. Assume that the lights are in the same position roughly, and just move them. Let's give it a twist. All right. Clockwise moves it down, counterclockwise pulls it up. Alright, right there. Now we'll do the same for this side. If I'm yelling, it's because I am. So we say up. Right there should be perfect. Actually, let's drop it down just a tiny bit. Alright, awesome. Let's put our Allen wrench back in its tool spots. Woo. We can keep this, actually we'll keep this with us in the trunk of the car, just in case we end up needing to adjust it this next week or so while we're out on the road. Put that just in the back and call it good. Here's our back of the car. We have our regular halogen lights, okay? I would love to show you the reverse lights, but it's a manual, and if I put it in reverse, it's gonna die. So there's that. Here, I'll set you on the tripod, and you can actually watch me. I forgot I have a tripod in my hand, so let's just demonstrate the back lights real quick. License plate light is out. Notice that just now. Stick it there. I'll check later on that footage if it's wrong or weird. What we should look at next is our license plate light, but you probably don't care about that. It's probably just a dead bulb. So we'll come back to that later, aka when I'm not recording, because I'm not going to flop on the ground. what I will do is I'll probably push the car forwards. Okay, stop saying okay. I'll use the clutch. I'll move it forward maybe a foot or two, so I have some concrete, so I have some snow. Because I think I have a snow shovel. I should probably do that. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I'm not gonna show you, but okay. So let's grab our engine panel cover thing. Let go. There we go. Oh, there's a cable or two. For this, you make sure you get your ends back in their spot. See, there's your running lights and ambers on the side. Alright, see, you make sure you get it all relatively in position. Yeah. Oh, we gotta get our... There we go. Now we can set this down there. And set this in the same spot. And just press on your trim tabs. Like, oh, we're missing this one. Also this one. Also this one. Also this one. And this one. I'm missing them all. So, I swear to you, they were just in the car. I don't know where they all went. But let's make sure to grab our caps from our battery. I just noticed on the floor. We'll grab them and we'll set them right by the door. So when we open it again, we can put it away. But, they're all missing. Huh. Well, who cares then? I don't know what it does and I don't want it. I'll go probably just go grab some trim tabs from the parts store later. That's so funny. Where'd they all go? They were just like, oh, here's one. Well, one won't be enough, probably. It probably would be enough, but kick that in our garage. If you're still watching at this point of the video, appreciate that so much. Because you're still watching the rambling some people find that interesting, you know? Some people just think, hey, me, I can listen to this guy ramble while he's working on his car. I can do my math homework or something. I don't think you know. So, awesome. LED lights in my car and my truck now. Let's let this thing warm up. Oh my God. Look how quick it warms up. Awesome. So, let's get the jacket out of the door. I'll find a way to prop you up, I think. It's a tripod with stiff legs, so I can't actually wrap the tripod around anything. Well, actually, let's get this heat going. Okay, so something I want to tell you all about. This is the thing I mentioned earlier when I was at the parts store still. This switch is broken. AKA, it just kind of... Stop saying AKA. It just kind of is broken. Here's the innards of it. It doesn't spin whatever it's attached to on the inside. So it's permanently stuck on window and half a foot. Like, I think it's stuck on this one. Because if every time you turn this on, the AC comes on, there's nothing you can do about it. Because if you put it on the window thing, it turns on the AC and I can't stop that. So, I have to tear the dash apart. Alright? So, I was like, hey, that might make an interesting video. I've never done... See, look at that. It just goes that far, spins all the way around. It's clearly broken. It doesn't do anything. So, I could pull it off. Hey, neat. Oh, let's put it back. Oh no, that was worse. Oh no. Oh boy. Well, you know, it didn't work anyways. I know that's all nasty. I've just not cleaned the car, this upper half of the car since I bought it. I've only vacuumed it out. But our rear defrosters do work. It puts quite the load on the engine though, for some reason. The AC stays on forever, so we're just gonna turn it off. And yes, the AC clutch is angry and I can't do anything about it. So I'm thinking I'm gonna have to tear the dash apart to fix this probably. And also a couple of these vents are very, very weak, as if there's like the tubing, whatever, is falling off of them on the inside. So I know that in here we have our screws to reach the dash or something. I'll do some research. That'll be a different video by itself. I can't use a flash with the one-time zoom, so let me just turn the flash off and put it to 0.5 so you can see more. Here, I'll turn on my headlamp and put it to floodlight mode. There you go. So yeah, I'll have to tear the dash apart, see what I can do about the vents, fix that switch, and third, I have speakers for the car now. Thank you to my awesome brother Matthew. Matthew, he got me speakers for the front and the two in the rear. So I no longer have to use my janky soundbar setup. I'll actually have working speakers. But that also, so there's like 2 videos I have an idea for. The switch and the dash vents. And then the speakers, which I've never done before. I've taken a dash out before. It could be horrible in some cars, but I don't think it'd be too bad for this one. So yeah, I have the speakers and wiring for the speakers, however they go in, and the antenna, because the antenna snapped clean off. Who knows how many years ago? So, yeah. Oh, and now that our window is mostly defrosted, we can turn off our floodlight, put our e-brake down, and shut off the internal light, and you're gonna drive with me. There, let's do this. Reverse. Look at left and right to make sure no one's coming down your street. As always, please be very safe when driving. Don't record when you're driving, but you know what? I'm in my street. I'm just pulling off of my driveway to the rest of my street, so that's my excuse. Don't make an excuse for everything, but I'm just saying it's not a smart idea doing this. I'm also not very smart, so whatever. My window is open. I don't know if you can hear all that crunching out there, but my window is open, so let's go back to first gear, creep up to that same spot, to our line we made. Creep just a little bit. Probably about right there. Put in line with the car, my brother's car. E-brake on, let's hop out, make sure we're in the right spot. Yeah. I say close enough. Bah humbug. Okay. That is significantly brighter and shoots way farther because I did raise them. Let's see our brights, huh? Let's see our brights. It just kind of shifts the light over and makes them brighter. Kind of weird. I don't know why it shifts it over, but it's probably because it's a... and we got a beam going out sideways. It's a reflector lens with an LED light instead of a projector lens. Now listen, there will be different versions of LED lights you'll have. This is a reflector headlight housing. It's reflecting whatever light's coming out of it and pushing it that way. The projector literally is what it is. It projects the light using I think it's a magnify lens and a bulb, and it pushes it out, has a clean cut line at the end of its light. Okay? I believe that might be what's in my mom's car, but the key's inside. Yeah, so this is a reflector light. It's not going to be a clean cut. It's going to go off just a little bit extra, which is why when you do this swap, you may get people flashing their lights that you're thinking that you're blinding them, and you could be. So please be aware of that. You could be blinding them just because, yeah, yours goes out really far, but because it goes out far, it also goes high. So just be careful with that. You might get angry people. I'm going to go take this on a drive, just see how the lights are as a driving perspective. And I think next, we ought to do some good interior work. Like I said, the dash has its issues, the speakers. We might just swap out that light for an LED one. I think I'll just leave these lights how they are because they're plenty bright. Like there's nothing wrong with them. And I hope they'll work, except for that one down there. I'll take a look at that later tonight. But yeah, so now I have a running driving car that I can take to work on Wednesday. I don't work tomorrow, which is nice. So I was like, hey, I'll start this project tonight. If I fail, I have the whole next day to do it. Now let's get that comparison. Got up on the hood again. Lights off. Running lights. And the headlights. Wow. Incredible. So now I just need to get a LED headlight from my motorcycle. And then I'll have all 3 of my vehicles will have LED headlights. Heck yeah. I'm going to hop in and take it for a drive. I don't know how you think or what you think of this dash. I think the dash looks sick. I love the style it is. And look at that. Makes me think, oh boy, I'm so sorry. Let me lower the light. That weird bluish greenish haze to the red in the mileage, the odometer, kind of makes me think of Resident Evil for some reason. I don't remember why. Like Resident Evil 7, I think? Biohazard? I don't know. But yeah. Oh, and it has a scroll wheel to adjust the brightness. And what's even more incredible is that my truck from the 60s has the same thing. My 66 pickup has the same thing. The headlight switch, you pull it out one step for the running lights, out another for headlights, and your brights are on the floor. There's a floor switch, and you spin the headlight switch to raise or lower the brightness of the dash, and all the way over is the dome light. Like, that's really cool. I did not expect that from my truck. That is really neat. I don't know why I love that idea, that thing so much, but it's just a small okay, listen, I'm a simple guy. It's the small details. It's the small things that are just the coolest to me. I find them the most interesting. Like, it's so neat. So yeah, anyways, thank you so much for watching this far into the video. I know it's probably not super entertaining. There's no music or whatever. I might put music over it. We'll see if I can try that through the YouTube app itself. But thanks for watching. Oh. If I take the fan switch and pull on it out, grab it and pull outwards, the AC light turns on. So it's probably making that connection with the switch. That's funny. Oh! Oh! That better go back on there. Okay, cool. Maybe they can switch them out. Maybe that's all we needed. No way! Wait! Hold on! Wait! I can... Okay. Okay. It just needed a new switch. I could just move them between them. Hey, problem solved. I can't believe that's what the issue was. That's really funny to me. Okay. Whatever then. Yeah, it's working. Do like the head and the feet. Ah, no, it's not coming out. All right. Heck yeah. That's so funny. I didn't expect that to be the issue. It looks like it's needing a new little switch knob or something. Cool. And I can take both out to light up my cup holders. Wow. Anyways, like I was saying, thank you so much for watching this far. I know I'm like super goofy and weird, but if you're enjoying it, awesome. Hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe, because that's how you'll see more of these videos with the Cavalier, the speakers. It's a Star audio system, just the 4 speakers, the 2 and the 2 in the back. So yeah, thank you a lot. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Not a lot of work goes in these videos, but a lot of time does, because it's already been 13 minutes on a single segment, and I have all the other clips put together. Yeah, so yeah, anyways, I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go on a drive. Thank you for watching. We'll be back with either the dash or the speakers. Probably the speakers next. But yeah, I still am gonna pull that dash apart and try to fix these vents, because like, they're both open. This left middle is meh. The right middle is better. This one is awesome. That one over there is okay. So I'm thinking maybe it's just the tubing, but I don't know. I'll look into it. Yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you later. Peace out. Goodbye. Woo. See that? That looks like a like button. You should hit that one. Thank you. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why I turned it off. I should have just done this. And I should have just ended the recording. What am I doing? What the